Hey, Mark, the guitar guy here. Today we are going to be nailing, that's right, nailing bar chords, okay? We're going to be doing bar chords. We're going to be looking at all the fundamental things that make your bar chords sound amazing. And if you've ever struggled with bar chords before, then this is the video that's going to sort you out. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of my students, they come along and they've learned a new song. They avoid bar chords initially because they are such a scary thing, because they feel so different to the rest of the chord positions we do. And so if there's a song with a B minor in it or an F, they usually go, oh, let's not learn that one, let's just do this other song, and then you'll learn one that doesn't have it. And I'm like, no. We're going to nail bar chords and get them sorted today. Because when I learnt this, I was never shown this. I had to figure this stuff out for myself and go, why is my bar chord awful? And somehow over time I managed to find a way to get bar chords sounding cool. So the very first thing with bar chords is bar chords are a different position to normal chords. Like if I'm doing a G or a D or an A, my thumb position could be high. There's no problem with that, and it actually feels nice and comfortable. My hand can hang naturally. However, when I go to do a bar chord using that, I can't actually get my hand in position with my thumb high. So the first thing is my thumb needs to drop and my wrist needs to drop below the guitar. Often when we do this, the shoulder, if you watch anyone do a bar chord, their shoulder will drop. It's normal. You end up dropping to reach for that bar chord. So here's a G chord. To go to do the F chord, I'm dropping to do the F chord, okay? So dropping the shoulder and low thumb. We're going to be doing this with an F chord, by the way. So an F chord for the tab for the F, for the people that need the tab for the F, it's first fret and top string. So we're going to go 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Again, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay? It's basically an E chord done with our back three fingers moved up one fret. It makes the F chord because there's the F note. We'll go into that another time. So the thing that we need to make sure of when we're playing bar chords, because they're a very different position to a normal chord, say like a G or a D, is our low thumb and our index finger needs to be like straight. So what we end up doing with our wrist beneath the guitar, we end up with this shape here, okay? Basically the ostrich head, I call it. It's the ostrich head. You need to have, if you're doing a normal guitar position, your hand's sort of either upright, like straight under the guitar, or it's sort of like a grip position, as if you're holding something like a bar or something solid would hold it. That's how we'd actually hold a chord for a G or a D. However, the ostrich head, this one here, see, bent at the wrist and fingers together, this is how we do it. That's right. You see that? Yes, we know what we're talking about, don't we? Yeah, I know. Now, we're going to be teaching you how to do this. Now, the thing with this chord, or the holding a chord shape this way, it's actually quite weak because we never pick things up like this, do we? No. We always pick things up like quite strongly. So if you're going to grab anything, that's how we pick it up. But we don't pick things up like this. So it's very weak initially. So when you go to do your very first bar chord in this position here, it's very weak, isn't it? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So we're going to be doing a little bit of this to start with, and it's going to hurt. It's going to be kind of uncomfortable because this is not a natural position. So put that on the guitar, low thumb position, wrist underneath the guitar, pretty much above the knee, and you're going to have a good position for the bar. Okay, that's the other thing we need to learn. So next thing to making your bar chords perfect, we're going to do the F chord. We're going to put on the second, third, and fourth finger on first. Okay? I'll do that again. Second, third, and fourth finger of the bar chord, they are going to be placed on first in a high position, okay? Not low, high position, up against the fret. Once they are in position, our first finger still hasn't gone on our bar, and our thumb is just hanging. We're just ready to lower our complete wrist underneath, and our thumb against the guitar, and our finger can go on to do the bar, okay? So that's the next step. So low thumb position, fingers on first, the second, third, and fourth fingers for the F chord, and then we're going to place the bar on. Now the last thing we need to do, so we've got our low thumb position, our wrist low, our fingers are on, our bar's going on in a high position, so not too low, not way down the fret like that, not way down here, it's going to get buzzing, really high position, so it's literally covering up that fret, which is the metal part, and we're slightly hooking the index finger. And we're not using, this is another thing people forget, don't realise with bar chords, is we're not using the flat of the bottom part of our finger. We're not using this complete straight finger. We're using actually the corner of our finger, okay? We're using the corner of our finger, not this flat fleshy part. which is like if I was to lay my fingers flat on the guitar, we're not actually doing that. We're actually doing a slight cornering of our finger. The corner of our finger is the bit that's the hardest. That's where the bone is, and that's the bit we're going to get the most pressure from. So when our thumb is low, our fingers are on the guitar, thumb is low, wrist is low, you'll notice immediately anyway, if you bring your elbow into it towards your body, your bar will naturally curl over anyway. Okay, so if you've got your elbow behind the neck, it's a very uncomfortable position. Oh, that actually hurts really quite a lot. That's not natural. Bring your elbow into your body, lower your shoulder, and you'll find that finger and your hands, your fingers will roll. You see how they're rolling over? They're not directly like a, that would be directly right now towards the guitar, and that would look like a perfect chord. However, that's not natural for me to play that chord like that, and it kind of looks ugly if I'm doing a gig, and I have to do that for every time I do a bar chord. So by sitting in the normal position, my elbow comes in and the hand rolls over. My wrist comes in, my elbow comes in towards the guitar, and it makes the chord sound amazing. That is the key to bar chords, okay? Going over those things again, okay, so we're doing an F chord. We need our thumb to be low, wrist beneath the guitar, fingers in a high position, back 3 fingers first. Index finger goes on in a high position, and we curl it in, and we get a perfect bar chord. Now that's the same for every shape. Doesn't matter where we use that. The same for a B minor. It's just the string below, which is the other common bar chord. Same thing. We get low position, fingers on, index finger on, bring the elbow in, rolls the fingers over, you'll get a good bar chord. And the other thing, just a little pointer, when you're doing the back 3 fingers, make sure your knuckles are showing, okay? Knuckles showing is really important. If the fingers are straight like this, you're not going to get any strength built up in your fingers. Make sure your knuckles are showing, all of them, whenever you're doing a chord shape like that. Obviously, your first finger doesn't have to have a knuckle showing in it. Okay, so the knuckles are showing in my version of this very easy. I can see there's an angle on every single finger. That strengthens up the muscles. So there we have bar chords. Kind of an intense lesson, but bar chords, if you nail this lesson, go over this lesson 2 or 3 times before you try a song that has bar chords in it. Or if you're struggling, come back to this. It might just be one thing you need to change, and that'll totally revolutionize your bar chords. And you'll be like, oh, all I had to do was this, and you've got them nailed. So go away, try that with your songs. Go grab some songs. Don't be afraid if they're full of bar chords. I want you to get awesome at bar chords so you never have that problem, and your ability level will be here and your confidence level will be exactly the same. Okay, Mark the Guitar Guy. If you love my guitar lessons, I think you're a bit weird. But if you do, go check out jamorama.com. All my fundamental lessons are there so you can become a confident and awesome guitar player. And if you like our stuff, there's lots of free stuff there. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again. Catch you later.